Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house in a natal chart. Now, in a natal chart where the Black Moon Lilith is placed, that could represent a very strong negative manifestation of that house and also the dark side perhaps as well of that house. So anyway, somebody with this placement in some extreme conditions may have children that may be corrupt. There might be something nefarious connected with them, involved nefarious activity. This person might be averse to children and have no children. I have the Black Moon Lilith in the 4th house conjunct my 5th house, and I have no children. I also have Pluto in the 5th. I think that might play a role as well. But anyway, it could also be that this person might have a lot of superficial love relationships. This person might have some difficulties in finding that strong, sustained love in their life, that elusive love. Also, there can be something very negative connected with gambling and speculation. This person may have had a lot of losses with gambling, or may have been involved in some illegal gambling activities. Sometimes this could be a placement for somebody that might be a compulsive or reckless gambler. Now, where the Black Moon Lilith is placed in one's chart could also represent that strong state of trepidation and fright, the things that might make this person in a very afraid state. And it could simply be just trying to find that elusive love, that true love in one's life, maybe getting out from a leisure situation and then have to work laboriously. It could be something where maybe doing something, using their creativity to their maximum potential, capitalizing on their creative ability, because sometimes when you do so, even with something creative, it might mean you have to exert some kind of effort, and a lot of times these people do not, they may not do that, and they feel they might be so dominated by the fun element in their life that they don't always put forth the effort, whether it's in creative endeavors or its ability to get themselves away enough for their leisure life in order to work. Now, also, where the Black Moon Lilith is placed in one's chart can represent that area in life where one tries to extricate themselves from, but may have tremendous difficulty in doing so. In being in the 5th house, this could be an adverse or negative romantic relationship. It could be some illicit love affair, something clandestine that they need to get away from, and they're not, and they have difficulty doing it. It could be something where maybe there's a strong, persistent gambling habit that this person needs to get away from, and this person has difficulty in doing so. And it could be doing something, but maybe finding that true enjoyment in their life. So what I'm saying is, this person, even if they're dominated by leisure activities or the enjoyment element in life, it may not always be creating true enjoyment, and it could be something very dark that they're using as a hobby, or something like witchcraft, for example, in some isolated cases. Now, where the Black Moon Lilith is placed in a natal chart can also represent a person or people that may figure prominently in your life scheme, and can also be rather adversarial. Now, when the Black Moon Lilith is in the 5th house in a natal chart, in some cases the dominant role can be connected with children. I know most people's children play a strong role in one's life, but this may be intensified even more. It could be a romantic partner. It could be somebody in the gambling industry, someone that does things of a speculative nature. It could be people in entertainment, people that are involved in things that are very creative, people that are working in places of amusement like amusement parks. So these people can be either strong formidable adversaries, or they could just generally figure prominently in one's life scheme. Now, Another thing I wanted to get at on this is that it's interesting. I had a friend that had the Black Moon Lilith posited in his 5th house in his natal chart, and sadly he lost a child. He had one of his romantic partners who was actually underage, wound up shaking the child to death, sadly. And sadly also that Pluto was either in his 5th house or very close to it from the 4th house. The transiting Pluto was either in his 5th house or close to it from the 4th house at the time. And I'm not saying this is going to happen with everybody that has the Black Moon Lilith posited in their 5th house, but I think it increases the propensity of some kind of loss of a child, or some separate, not necessarily a death in all cases, but a strong separation or disconnect from one's child if they do have any. Now, also keep in mind that the Black Moon Lilith can represent that real strong, uninhibited, erotic sexual energy. And given that this is the 5th house, well, this could make it even stronger, perhaps, given that it's in the 5th house of love and romance. And this person may entice lovers with the promise of true love, but may not necessarily deliver it, and may in some cases wind up squandering that person's money, perhaps on things of a very risky and speculative nature. And through, keep in mind, it's the 5th house of Leo, so it can be through extravagant means as well. Now, last but not least, that the Black Moon Lilith is not all negative if you can embrace the higher level of it. And doing so, it could be capitalizing on things of a creative nature and having fun and enjoyment in doing so, and perhaps being able to actually make money doing that in the process, perhaps showing a very strong, deep love for children. It can be having more realistic things of a speculative nature, such as like a low risk stock or low risk investments could be ideal for this person. And finding somebody that is true love, and really that perhaps that significant other, and perhaps in this case maybe self-love is paramount in order to do so. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about the Black Moon Lilith in the 6th house in a natal chart. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.